Hey everybody, this is Larry. This is me going Q2 of the bi-weekly content test 164 two-letter card game. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, join me on Discord. Let me know what you think about this problem. And my computer's having some issue. What I was going to say is that, very often I think people ask me a lot about how do you deal with greedy problems. And honestly, I would always say, and this is truth, greedy problems are probably the hardest problem for me. It's true that maybe I will get it, but I still will get it wrong a lot. And for this particular one, I guess I already brought the screen. I got 4 wrong answers, and honestly, like a little bit through, I expected 5 wrong answers. And I said this during the live part. Feel free to watch it and so forth. But because there are a lot of ways that I got one of the wrong answers because I just misread it. Frankly, I thought that you could differ in at most one position, not exactly one. At most once it's easier because then greedy does work, and maybe that kind of sets my brain into the wrong direction, to be frank. But yeah, I think the key part about this is just to kind of figure out how to do it in a quick way. And I mean, there are a lot of ways to do it, but the way that I did it is just to brute force. Basically, there are 2 type of things, right? Because you have 2 characters, so you have, let's just say you have some X, right? So, or I guess 3 types. Sorry, there are 3 types of characters where basically, and I'll just reuse X, where the first character is X, the second character is X, and then both of them are X, right? So yeah, and in this way, it's like one of those. So what I thought initially was that it is one of those problems, right, where okay, it only and this honestly is very similar to some problems that I have solved on Leetcode. Not quite the same, but I still struggle with it a little bit. I have to kind of make sure, and that's why it took me a while. Is that basically you could kind of think about it in the way that I think about it is in like geometry terms, right? Basically, you want to put out like a frequency table that's sorted by frequency, right? So you look something like this, right? And then there are really only 2 cases. One is that because we're basically trying to put everything into this is the frequency, right? And we're trying to basically pair everything together. And there are really only 2 cases, right? One is if the max, let's just say, we're trying to put everything in a 2 by whatever, right? And basically there are 2 cases. One is if the max element or the most frequent element is less than x over 2. If that's the case, then you could just very definitively put the max, on the same side, and then the rest, by definition, you could just put it anywhere you want, right? And of course, maybe if you have odd number, you have 1 extra and so forth, right? And the rest you can put it in anywhere you want. And the reason why that is and you don't have to construct it, but the reason is just that you can kind of put this. I mean, there are a couple of strategies you can think, but let's say the second most, if second most fits into here, then you kind of do this in a recursive iterative proof. But if the second most, let me change the color actually. If the second most goes to and goes to here, then by definition, all these is going to be new colors because it's either matching with the first, which it's not, or the second, which also it is not, right? So very straightforward proof in terms of pairing these things up. And so that's the one case. And then the other case is if the most frequent, unfortunately, does run out, right? So if that's the case, then let's say you have longer, then basically you chop it off. You fit the rest with as much as you can, right? Because and they'll never match because we have extra anyway. So it's just yeah, if the most frequent element is more than half the thing, then you have this extra piece, but then everything else gets matched, right? So that's kind of the idea of writing this one. And I kind of knew this because, well, it is part of practice and solving enough problems. And so, initially I thought I could be greedy in that I could just, for the pieces, I can, for the doubles, we can pair them up in some way, and then whatever leftovers we have to do in a way. And then I also try to do it in both directions, but the TLDR is that I got wrong answers, and looking at the wrong answers, I was just like, oh, that's not possible. So then what is possible? The possible thing is just that, okay, so you see this idea, this algorithm, the key thing to note with this algorithm is that it is O of 1, right? Well, actually, now that I think about it, the way that I wrote it is a little bit messy. You probably could do it a little bit cleaner. Actually, I think the way that I wrote it may not actually pass. But in any case, you could get this in O of 1 or even O of log n, then it's going to be fast enough, because then now you can just brute force on what to do with the double, which is what I did. And what I mean by double is that these doubles, I should say, you have k of these, and you either have to put some k sub 1 in part 1, and then k sub 2 in part 2, where k sub 1 plus k sub 2 is equal to k. And when you kind of brute force all that and then take the best, then you know that you've gotten the best, with the same logic that you just treat this double as any other element here, and no funky way of kind of thinking about it. And that's basically the idea. Now that I think about it, I think my code is actually not, well, it's not even here. But now that I think about it, my code is actually a little bit slow, but we could do stuff about it. But yeah, this is actually a sketch now that I think about it. I think this should time out, but I don't know. Leetcode is having issues with my thing because of virtual contest stuff. But yeah, but we'll go over it. What I want, and even though this passed, like I actually said, actually I don't think it should pass. Probably, but in any case, oh, okay. No, I see. Right, that's right. I forgot about this part during the. I actually did know this. No. I did the analysis during the contest. But I forgot that it is with letters. So yeah, no. This is good. But basically, the idea is that we have two frequency tables: the first and the second, where one is where X is the first character, and the other is where the X is the second character, and you just kind of get a mapping of them. And this is pretty. Actually, this is not used anymore. I think I just kind of. Yeah, and then you also keep track of if both of them is X, right? Basically the doubles. And the idea here is just, like I said, brute force, right? But key thing to note is that here, even though this looks wonky, there's only 26 possible, or technically even 25 because of this, 25 possible choices, right? Because if first is X, then the second letter is just one of the other 25. Same here, right? So that means that this is going to be O of 25, which not fast, but not too slow, right? It's going to be O of alpha. And as I said, yeah, we have k things, so k goes to the first. Oops, why did I write J? And both minus k goes to the second, right? That's basically what this does. I also have a thing, because I calculated a little bit differently and I did it in a greedy way. I returned extra things, but actually I don't think it's even needed. You could, let's just say, pretend that this is 0 and it should be good. We don't have to care about the remainder. Yeah. Because the idea is that the loop will get it for you. But yeah. But basically we set this frequency table and then we overload the doubles as part of the input. We set to k and then we just calculate it. As I said, we don't care about extra, so don't worry about it. Yeah. We give k to the first part, both minus k to the second part, both being the doubles, and then we just calculate it. And then we take the max out of all the possible k's, and then that should be good. And the calculation is what I told you, right? And again, we don't need the pairs anymore. Here's the frequency table, it has at most 26 elements. If it's 0, then we just return 0 because, well, there's nothing to match. Otherwise, we take the max. This is the max value, right? And this is the total. And this is what I said, right? If the most frequent element is less than half, then we just do this thing again. We don't have to care about remainder. So actually, this doesn't even matter anymore. So we just return total divided by 2 because that's just the number of pairs, because every pair is possible. And also this doesn't matter again because we change it. Otherwise, then we just return total minus m, meaning that we can only make the less of the half copies, right? Meaning that if the most frequent, let's say you have 10 elements, your most frequent element is 7. That means that there's 7 elements, 7 of one element and 3 of everything else. You can only make 3 pairs, right? That's kind of the idea here, is how I got total minus m, and that should be good. And yeah, and you can see this is kind of all of one. What I was going to say is I forgot that it's alphabet, so I thought that this would actually be too slow, because if you have let's say you have just numbers and you have 10 to the 5 number of unique numbers, then this is going to be 10 to the 5th. That's going to be too slow. But this has at most 26 characters, so that's why this is fast enough. And this is 26 times k, right? And that's it. Yeah, that's basically it, right? So this is O of alpha, where alpha is the size of the alphabet. This is O of n, right? Because both just depends on how many duplicate double things you have, which can at most be n. So this is O of n at most. You could probably do a little bit more tighter bounds, but turns out it's not necessary. So we're fine. So this is going to be O of alpha times n in the worst case, and O of alpha space, because this has only 26 space. And that's it. That's all I have for this one. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. And yeah, I mean, I want to go over my wrong answers, but yeah, I mean, definitely one, like I said, one of my wrong answers, I just kind of missed this exactly wording. So I just kind of did a different greedy that was wrong. And then the second was that I thought the order didn't matter, so I just gave all the best, not best, all the double words to the first letter, and then whatever left over I matched the second, and then that didn't work. So there are just cases where that didn't work, because you have to kind of like break it up like what we have here, so that wouldn't have worked. And then I thought maybe it's an ordering thing, so I could do like give all I can to the first letter and then give to the second letter, and then the other way around. That didn't work, so that's when I was like, oh wait, if we're just splitting up then, and we don't know what the max k is, or what the best split is, then we just could brute force over all of them. And well, there you go. I think you can maybe ternary search that, but maybe I'm wrong on this one, so don't hold me to it. But yeah, that's all I have for this one. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, and yeah, you could watch me solve it live in the contest next. And this, I took a while, about half an hour, and with 20 minutes penalty. So I don't know, maybe there's something to learn there. Anyway, you could watch me solve it live in the contest now. Given a deck of cards, each card displays 2 low counters. Okay, you're given an X, you play a game with the following rules. A letter X, 0, you would find 2 comparable with it. Oops. That contains the letter X. Remove the pair of cards and remove 1 point. What's a compatible card? Oh, you have to okay. Really? Huh. There really was rather n is 10 to the 5th is that part. But this feels like one of those NPE problems, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's a greedy. Because like I feel like you could set this up as like a satisfactory problem. Maybe I'm wrong. Is there a greedy? What would the greedy look like? I mean, this one just take everything, right? No, they have to be different one day, so they cannot contain both of them. Oh, I mean, I guess it's bipartite matching actually, so it's not necessarily NP, but bipartite matching is still very expensive, right? I think bipartite matching makes sense. Is it even bipartite? Actually, I mean, it is matching, but I don't know if it's bipartite matching. It's just the number of pairs, right? Yeah, I mean, with 10 to the 5th, what can you do? Honestly, what I wanted to do is like bit mass DP, but obviously 10 to the 5th is not even close. The thing is that they both have to have X. Do they have to have X in the same position? Okay, I mean, I guess there are two cases, right? There's the XX or whatever. That's the tricky case. So maybe that is this is an annoying one though. I feel like this is one of those problems that I would get like 5 wrong answers, missing cases. So okay, so that means that if they're in the same position, then they all map to 1, and then maybe just okay. Because if they differ in the position, they have to differ in the other one to keep an X, right? So okay, so put them in a counter first. Double maybe. I don't know if that's a keyword actually. F of X plus X, right? Otherwise, we just merge. Maybe I wrote this wrong anyway. Yeah, okay, so you have a first is equal to 0, second is equal to 0, so and then D is equal to this, so maybe both 0, maybe that's just a little bit whatever. If word is equal to X plus X, I cannot even write Leetcode correctly. Else if so 0 is equal to X, so maybe something like this, right? And then now, how do you want to do the math? I guess it's greedy. Well, second and first just matching themselves, right? So it's gonna be return first divided by 2. So you have mod 1 plus second divided by 2. So then now extra is equal to first mod 2 plus second mod 2. Right, something like this. And then now, well, don't want to write both. Okay, so then now both plus extra. No, not because they can't match with each other. So we'll just do greedy then, right? Actually, so again, it's extra is not right. I mean, maybe it's right, but extra this one first. Do you always want to match the both of those? I guess so, right? So yeah, so match is equal to, I think match is also a keyword actually. Main of extra both, extra, I guess it's only 1 or 2 actually, I forgot. Extra, both, count, right? I mean, this can only be 1 anyway, but something like that maybe. And then we do the same thing for a second, right? And maybe copy and paste is terrible. But then now, just whatever's left over, and then that should be good, right? 1 and 0 is not great. Why did I write F? I meant chords. I guess F was the initial frequency. 2, 1, 1. Min both. Did I misunderstood? No, B, right? So why is this A, B, and AC, I guess? But that doesn't make sense. Huh, okay. Why is it giving me... Second is 3. Oh, I am dumb. Okay. I don't know why, I think I just, yeah. Okay. 2, 1, 0, YOLO go. Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised that I got a wrong answer here. Huh? Did I misunderstood this one? Oh, it has to be exact, huh? Wow, that makes it so much tougher. I actually misread that. I mean, I don't know if it's so much tougher, but I have to, well, whatever I did is not wrong. Just misread this altogether. Okay. I hate you. So then this is the whole thing with, it's just so annoying with the thing. Okay, I mean, it's not, yeah, and then it's just so annoying. Okay, I'm just annoyed to be honest, because it's, I mean, it's not, I don't know if it's hard, but it's just annoying. Especially annoying for me because I have to rewrite a lot of stuff to support it. I mean, it's my fault though, because I probably should have read this clearer. How do I want to write this? Okay. Actually, I don't even know. No, it should be okay. I think the same idea, basic. No, which can no, yeah. I mean, the same idea basically works, and now the both doesn't matter as much anyway. But then first we just have to get max. Right. So okay. So let's just say we have okay, fine. And then it's basically the same. No, yeah, basically the same. Okay, so then now let's just say count is equal to 0, right? We want to see what is the okay, so we're gonna get extra is equal to get first, maybe get go first. Let's just say. We want to say f dot max. We only care about max, right? So okay. Okay. If length of f is equal to 0, just return 0, 0, 0. I'm gonna return pairs and extra. Okay. So then now otherwise it's max, right? We probably need sum of values. Okay, fine. And then if right, then we can just return yeah, this, right? Pretty straightforward. Else, then now we want to say total minus m number of pairs, right? So we the number of pairs is going to be m. No. This is the number of pairs. And then extra is just m minus total minus m. Is that right? That's right, right? total minus m is the number of, no, wait on. M is greater than half of total. So then total minus m is the other stuff. No, this is right. It's just very awkward looking. I don't know. Okay, so C is right? So count and then the extra thing we could greedy because first is an intact with the second. Okay, yep, that part is still true. So we do, okay, I guess this part actually is the same. And actually we don't care about the extra anymore, but I guess just to keep it consistent. And then now C extra is going to go second. Let's actually put this in the test case before I forget. And then it's the same thing, and then we don't add the both leftovers because you can match it with itself. Alright, looks okay for the inputs. We're gonna have 5 wrong answers this problem. I just know it. I mean, I said it in the beginning. This is one of those problems. B put 0, 1, why? Do I have it wrong, I mean? Go first, go second. This is a second case, right? Did I mess up second? M is equal to min, extra, and both, right? I mean, that should be good enough for 1. Why am I returning 0? That's actually weird. Okay, so that's right. Right? Oh, how did I not? That was a copy and paste thing, actually. Oh, come on, Larry. This is why you don't copy and paste. Oh, I mean, I knew I would have more wrong answers, but that one was a dumb one. Copy and paste. I mean, that's why you keep it symmetric as much as you can. Okay, so why is this one wrong? This is going to be like a nightmare. Alright, I mean, I'm still on Q2. I mean, I think the idea is mostly right, hopefully, but maybe I'm wrong. There's 7 and you so that's going to give us 7 with an extra of 4, right? Is that right? Yeah, 7, 4. And then we remove 3 of them, right? So that means that it gives us 10. 10 plus, what I have at the end? Do I have an extra both? Is that why? How would I have extra both? Oh, I see. No, my greedy is wrong. Because, let me print this anyway, just to make sure. No, because we have too much extra. Because here we have, what is my both? Both is 7 actually. So we do take off all the extras, right? What is going on? See, we have 1 extra. Both we have 2 both left. But the thing is that these 2 could have matched with these 2 here previously to make 1 more pair, because you split 2 previous pair to make 1 more pair to get 16. Okay, that makes sense. So that means that you do you always want to greedy get rid of the both? I guess so. There's no sense of rating it. So, how do I handle that though? I mean, you could handle it, just not with an abstraction like this. Okay. Okay, so this is legit. I did consider, I mean, still mostly structurally right, but I guess I'm just really wrong. Okay, I see. Maybe. I don't know. Okay, let's try something real quick. And then we just skip the both part now. Both part, we never care about it anymore. If we have extra, we want it to be the both as much as we can. Because now we don't keep the both anymore. So the extra is just the extra. So that means that this changes, right? This is so annoying. Okay, so that now you don't. Well, if you have extra, then you want them to be both. Is that possible? I guess that's possible, but so you could have if your max value is okay, if max, this is fine, and we just have this is an extra, but we should not. Yeah. Okay, but this is not right, or not this part. If f of x plus x is greater than equal to 1, then we do have something to return. Otherwise, then we don't, right? Because we don't have any, then we matched everything else. Okay. Otherwise, this is okay, so then now if okay, so this is if this is max, then the most common thing is max, and that means that you basically match everything else, and this is right actually then. Otherwise, if the max is not that, then you have none left over. So just total minus m of 0. Okay. Okay. I think this is right, maybe. Yeah, let's not write that for now. We don't care about extra anymore. We don't care about both anymore. Extra is what we pass down. What is m? Oh, that's a match, so we don't. Otherwise, then now, so second, maybe I could win this differently. Second x plus x is equal to extra, and then we do the matching here. Okay. And then we just do this thing. The other things don't matter. This also don't matter. That's not even a thing anymore. Okay. That looks okay, I think. I wish they told me like in an easier way. But okay. A lot of silly mistakes, maybe. I mean, this one was, I think I just didn't, I worried about it, but I didn't really think through what would make that happen. Oh, come on. Come on. Okay, we're grinding out 829 out of 842. I did predict 5 wrong answers, and unfortunately coming dangerously close. Okay. So what's the deal here? Okay, let's just put it out real quick. So we have 17 with 1 left over. Is that respectable? Yeah, because in a greedy way, it doesn't matter whether. Oh, wait. Okay. Have an extra 1. Well, yeah, that makes sense, right? Because now you have 14, just matching. Okay, so 8, 8. How does this get matched? How do you get 17 and 1? am I doing my math wrong? No, I'm undercounting, so that should be right. 17 and 1. We make 17 pairs, and we have 1 extra BB, right? And then now we're print second. And then now on the update, we have this thing. Oh, wow. I guess because you give the 1 to the 9 and it gives a 10, but there's a way in that this is too greedy, right? Because, okay, but that part is not so bad, maybe. It's not so good, but it's not so bad. Okay. What I'll do. That's why it's ridiculous. But our best is equal to 0. We return best, and then we just put this in a loop. There's only 2 possible ways to order this, right? So we could greedy it in both ways. So for first, second, in how do I write this? Most of this is print anyway, so hopefully we just don't need to fs and first start copy maybe. I always forget how to do collection sets because we do modify things here, so it's a little bit awkward. I forget if that's the way to do it. Let me actually look it up real quick. Python counter deep copy, because that would be a silly bug to copy.deep copy. How far am I? Wow, I'm like half an hour just on this problem. But I also did not think I underestimated it. It's just, I was always hoping. Did I not have a 6? Oh, still 27, huh? So is it that you cannot do greedy? I mean, the both doesn't get used anymore, so I think that's fine. Okay. So fs. Yeah, I mean, the deep copy is not working if this is what it's print. Oh, no, that's not right. No, no, something is off here. Why does this only print once? Did I mess this up? Does it only... Why? Also, this doesn't even look right. Okay, that's not the F in a second. Oh no, that looks probably right. Honestly, I forget what it was, but I guess we can just print. Taking my sweet time. So that's right, but we don't iterate. This iteration is not working well for me. Why is that? Is it a tuple thing? No, I don't think so. Maybe. I don't know Python apparently. They should print 2 things. Why am I so bad? And this is what happens when I, for once, try to not. Oh, because I return count. I am dumb. Okay, this is actually fine. Maybe. I mean, I just kind of, okay. Yep, okay. But it's still 27, huh? So I didn't fix it. That's weird, right? Wow, that's actually worse the other way if we did the not. If we do it this way first. So then what is the answer? What is the constraint? Did I miss the constraint? 10 to the 5th. Because then the other way is just to, is this fast enough? There are only 26 versions, so the other way is to maybe just do it for each one, which is ridiculous, right? Okay, fine, right? Give it a try. Yeah, okay, fine. Give it a try. I don't know if this is even working. Not xk in range of both. So then now we have, and actually I don't even think we need to make a copy because we don't actually manipulate things. I was wrong. Well, I mean, we manipulate this, but first of x plus x is equal to k. Second of x plus x is equal to extra, because I guess we might as well use the extra plus both minus k. Alright, what is the optimal? So we do get the optimal. Isn't there, do we have 1 here somewhere? Or did I forget? I forgot that there's a, no, there's a 0. Yeah, DC. That's the second to last. Yeah, so this should be a 1. Why did that regress? Doesn't make sense for it to regress, does it? I don't change anything. Extra plus both minus k, we give k, and then this one, right? Count 0, 0, C extra. This extra doesn't do anything. Why? Oh, I have to do a plus 1. Wait, am I just looking at the wrong thing? I don't get it. We do need a plus 1 though. That was actually just wrong. Okay, that did come back. Oh, it just never even print the for loop because I never give it to the second side. Okay. I mean, there may be some timeout issues, but for now we'll see. Okay. Wow, that is a hard one. A lot of people got it much faster and probably without, oh, only 4 wrong answers. Yeah, baby. I predicted 5 wrong answers. I only got 4 wrong answers. Not so bad. Okay. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, join me on Discord. Let me know what you think about this contest, this forum, everything in between. Stay good, stay healthy, to good mental health. I'll see y'all later and take care. Bye-bye.